morning, good afternoon, good evening, however you are in the world. My name is
Jade Starr,
and this is How to App on iOS. And today we are looking at the
SWAM Trumpet.
And it's going to be good fun. You'll like it or else. Hey, what's going on? If you are watching over there on Facebook, what are you doing? Are you crazy? What are you doing? Get over here to YouTube at youtube.com/JadeStar, or you can always watch the show at the website howtoappios.com because it's embedded into the browser. You can also skip ahead at any time with the timestamps down below to jump this intro and all the hellos and all that stuff if you like, and get straight to the meat of the show. So I hope you're all doing well over here in the YouTube chat. It's the start of the week for me. It's Monday, Sunday for the rest of you living in the past. Hello to
Dr. Zorders,
Ed Zielinski. Hello, Daryl R. Perry, Joey Helpish. Morning, buddy. Danny Broderick, hello to you. Pete Johns, howdy doody party people. Colin Powell, how are you? Nina Russ is here as well. Tom Rochelle Scott. Thomas Gillane is here as well. If you didn't see the show I did with Thomas Gillane yesterday, go and do it after this show, of course. Pete says, this one will be cool. I would highly recommend going and doing some pre-thumb love. Yeah, that's right. Bit of thumb love.
Yeah, that's right. Stick it in. Oh, yeah, the thumb love. Oh, I love your thumb, baby.
Yeah, unnecessary, but totally necessary on so many levels. SM Borthwick, hello to you. Gary Hubbs, who I know is working on some music at the moment. Who else is here? Stephen Rimmer, hello to you. Sion, hello. Ellery, hello to you as well. I think have I caught up and probably missed some people? My scrolly thing went a bit kooky. No, I think I got everyone there. Cool. Yeah. All right. So what are we doing today? I'll tell you what we're doing. I'm making sure that my screen stays unlocked. Because sometimes I forget to do that. Alrighty. So we're kicking off this week. First, what should we do? We need to do this. We need to go over here. See, I've kind of given away the lead there. We need to check if there's any apps on sale. Should do that. Skies Watcher, hello to you as well. I haven't checked this previously, so it doesn't look like there's anything cool. Hey, look, there's a guitar bass solo app. I have no idea what that is. LumaFusion's still on sale. Look, the same stuff from pretty much the last show. Magellan 2. Galileo, Organ 2, Casper, DigiKeys, MIDI Mixer, a bunch of the Amplitude apps are all still on sale. So, but we are looking at today, let's jump straight in, and we are looking at the SWAM Brass instruments. Now, we're going to be looking at these over the next couple of weeks because I'm doing 4 shows on this. Yes, that's right, count them 4, but I'm 4, yeah, but I'm spreading them out over so a couple of weeks. So we're starting off today with something a little bit different with the SWAM instruments, and you just jump back over here to the main screen, and let's get the delicate thing out the room first. Now, hopefully somebody can help me, one of my lovely warts here in the chat, because I don't have access. I don't know how to look up the price for the bundles because I've got them all. So if somebody can open up their listen, please help me, folks. If somebody can help me out and open up their app store and put in SWAM Brass and click on the developer and then check on how much the packs are for these just for me, because I can tell you each one of these, there are 15 of these apps, individual apps, and they are all $19.99 each. Yes, I know you're all saying to me that's really expensive, and yes it is, but you are paying for some incredibly high quality apps. And before we go any further, you don't need to buy all of them. Plus, they are able to be bought in packs. So there are 3 bundles. All right, so Gary Hubbs and Russ have helped me out here. So the bundles are $100. You get 5 in there. So there's no real saving, it looks like, for getting them in a pack. Hello to Deep Gravity as well. So, all right, Pete says bundles are $84.99. So they're in packs of 5. And they're split up. Let's open up because I have it here. So here are the bundles. You've got SWAM horns and tubers. Okay, and there they are. Yeah, so I was looking at, so Canadian $114.99. So they will vary in your country. So they're spread up in horns and tubers. So this is the first pack. You get French horn in B flat. You get a French horn in F. Euphonium. You get a tuba in E flat and a bass tuba in the first pack. Now, so what I was saying previously, you're not going to need all of them. You might just want the trumpet and a flugelhorn. You don't need to get all 3 trumpets. Okay? So keep that in mind before, we all tear our hair out about the price. I'm going to go into just how cool these are in a sec. So here's the other bundle. This is the trombones bundle. You get the alto trombone, the tenor trombone, the tenor bass trombone, a bass trombone, and a double bass trombone. So you can see they're pretty similar to each other. They're trombones. You know what I'm saying? And the last one here is a trumpet bundle. So you got a trumpet in C, a piccolo trumpet, a flugelhorn, and a flugelhorn in E flat. All right. So these are the apps. Now, I'm not going to get into a full demonstration exactly of the app by itself today, because this is something a little bit different to kick off the series. But over the next 3 episodes, we will actually have a look at the full in-depth view of the app and using a MIDI controller as well. Today is a little bit more specific. So I have my MIDI controller here. But today we are going to be using Geoshred with just one of the apps, just with the trumpet. Because what's really, really cool about these apps is that, and the developers stress this, so Audio Modeling, who make the SWAM instruments, stress this very loudly. Right, each one of these apps, when you download them, when you pay for them and download them, come in at under 30 megabytes an app. Can you believe that? 30 megabytes. Unbelievable. Really, really low shit here. I mean, you can download images on the internet that are larger than this. The secret sauce to these apps is that they are not using samples. Okay, so if we open up, and these are on sale at the moment too, so that's a sale price. These are going to go up. Just to let you know, I'm not exactly sure when they're going to go up, but they are going to go up. So here it says, SWAM Solo Brass has arrived on iOS, blah, blah, blah. Extreme realism delivered in a package of only 28 megabytes without including one sample. Okay? I think this is absolutely incredible how they've managed to do this sound. But here is the secret sauce to it. The way to play these is to use the expression. They have a whole bunch of expression built into them, right? And so if you're just playing it as a note on a controller or on your actual keyboard, Audio Modeling seem to think they sound a bit pox. I don't hear that, all right? I don't hear that at all. But you have the option. Let's open one up and let's start to show you a little bit about it. So we are just looking at the trumpet today. And in the next 3 shows, we will be looking at 5 apps at a time. So we'll be looking at them in bundles. We'll be looking at the 3 bundles. Now, before I open it up, yes, there are giveaways. There are giveaways. So, each of the episodes that I'm doing, I've got 2 to give away, and you can select which one you like. All right, so the winners can message me and tell me which one they would like. And how we're going to be running this is I'll be collecting all the winners and then sending them off to the developers, putting them all in a nice spreadsheet, and then I'll get all the codes at once and give them out. Okay, so a little bit different than the past, but you'll be able to select which one you want. So today there will be a giveaway of 2, and it will be announced in 2 days. All you need to do is like, subscribe, leave a comment below on this video, and we'll announce the winners in a couple of days' time. Right, let's open this sucker up and have a look. Sion says, is it just me or is Jade's chat faster than YouTube? Yeah, man. I mean, dude, what have I told you? I'm in the future here. We're in the future. You're all in the past, you losers. Sorry, you're not losers at all. That's the maniacal shit coming out of me.
I live in the future. I control all of your minds.
Wow, I'm really getting addicted to that effect.
I'll get you, gadgets. Next time. Next time.
Yeah, all right. So we are opening up the trumpet today. Let's open this sucker up. And there it is in all its glory. So as I said, I'm not going to be going through a way too in-depth view of this. And as it loads up, should be straight away. Let's turn down my keyboard controller here. Cool. Now, look, there's a lot to take in here because this thing is deep. Right? It's deep. It's very, very deep. So, as I said, not going too much into it today, but you've got a keyboard down the bottom here. And I just love the look of up here, how you can see the fingering as you change. Don't get me started on fingering. So when you hold down a note, you're actually learning the fingering of a trumpet. Really interesting. You know, I don't know how many people have thought of that, but, you know, there you go. You're actually seeing the fingering of how it is done on a trumpet. And all of the instruments have that little section up there as well. So just very briefly, if we have a look from left to right down the bottom here, you do have and here's where all the expression comes in, all right? This is really cool. So you've got a flutter tongue down here, and I can turn this up. So when I hold down a key, you've got a growl as well. You also have breath noises over here. So this is how deep this is. You can actually control the level of breath noises between each note. So you can hear at the moment it's turned up really high. If I turn it down, it's just missing that breath noise in between there. Turn up all the way. Alrighty, so there's a lot of great stuff here. If I flick these little arrows here, but we're going to go more into this in the next show, so it's going to be in a couple of days we're going to do that. You can add your mutes as well. Let's bring up the expression here. You've got a selection of mutes. So this one's a hand mute. Really cool. Up the top here to each side, you've got expression levels, velocity levels, vibrato levels, and pitch bend. I can control the pitch bend with my, and then the vibrato with my scroll wheel. So I'm turning up my scroll wheel on my keyboard there. You can control the pitch bend with the other wheel. So there's definitely a lot of in-depth stuff, and I'm just going to click through here to just show you this little side panel. Expressivity, look at all this. Vibrato rate, attack tongue, flutter tongue, growl, reactivity, mute control. I mean, there is some damn pipe gestures, half valve, no mute, straight mute, can control everything through here. The timbre, everything. Look at how many options there are. It is crazy. The pitch, whole bunch of advanced settings here, dynamic pitch, vibrato style. This thing is deep, man. It is very, very deep, but we will cover all of that in another show. Today, I'm going to show you how to take advantage of using this within Geoshred. There's a link above in the chat, and you can go back. There's a link in the description. I actually didn't put that in there, but I'll put that in after the show to go and check out Geoshred, and I've done a show on that. So if you already own Geoshred and you may not have paid for the additional SWAM instruments in Geoshred, but you might just want to buy like the tuba as a solo app, you can actually use that in Geoshred and take advantage of all the fantastic gestures to create all these the expressions that are built into this app, because Geoshred's really built for expressions and such like that. So that's what I'm going to be showing you how to do from here on in, and over the next 3 shows, as I said, we will look more at this. So there are 2 ways you can actually do it. You can actually use Geoshred as a standalone, and you can use this, so you can do this and Geoshred together as a standalone, or you can do it in, say, AUM as an AUv3 in Geoshred. Sound a bit confusing? Well, let me clear all that up. So the first thing you'll need to do, because this is great too, I'm just going to click on up here, you've got MIDI. So you can see here, you can actually go in here. This is your MIDI mapping. You can MIDI map this whole thing. So on your controller, you can click on any of these colors and you can MIDI map any part of this instrument to your controller. Or if you've got an expression pedal, or if you've got a controller with a foot controller, you can set all that up. Super simple. You just click on each one, bam, and then you hit learn and assign your key or your knob or whatever you like to do that. Again, we'll go further into that in another show. So, but how am I going to attach this to Geoshred? So there's a couple of steps you have to do to actually make this work. The first is this settings over in the top right hand corner. And you want to scroll all the way to the bottom and click settings. And then options. And you'll see here, enable virtual MIDI ports. So I click that, I'm instantly given the message, enable virtual MIDI ports. You have to restart SWAM Trumpet. Rightio, goodo, done, Squire. So let's shut this out. In fact, let's shut everything out here. Now I'm going to reopen the Trumpet app. And here we are, back here. So there's another step to follow to make this communicate with Geoshred, and it goes over to this MIDI button which we just had open, where you can map your MIDI, and you'll see where I clicked MIDI just here, it's replaced with a preset button. So you click that, and look how cool this is. They have painstakingly gone in to these individual apps and created presets for various controllers that you may have. Look at them all. So there's an actual breath controller you can buy, which it sits in front of your mouth. So you can actually use the official breath controller to blow into it to activate the breath. You've got all these control surfaces, and if you know anything about control surfaces, you'll see like Yamaha YDS 150 default. You've got a travel sax default, the 2 shade pedal, which Doug has showed on his channel. But what we are going to select today is this one here, this Seaboard default. Right, so I'm going to click that, and what that does, Seaboard matches really closely the way Geoshred operates. So now that I've done that, that's all ready to go. I can leave this app open in the background. I can close that out. Now I can do a search for Geoshred. Remembering we are live. So I hope this works. All right. Did it work? Whoa, look at that. It worked. It worked. It worked straight off. So when you do open this, there are a couple of settings you need to do to Geoshred to make it work. And first, it is MIDI out. So up the top here, you've normally got your instruments. You'll see here, when you click on it, it normally gives your instruments, geo, tenor saxes, flutes, clarinets, all this stuff. You need to click on that and scroll down to MIDI out. Click that. And in this section here, this gives you all the list of things you can MIDI out to. So you can see here, you've got, this is really cool, MIDI out to iSymphonic, MIDI out to Mobox, MIDI out to Control SWAM. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that Geoshred have incorporated already into this to MIDI out to. But as you can see down here, I want to select MIDI out to iOS SWAM. Now that I've done that, it's connected. We're good. I can just pretty damn nuts, right? So I want to turn on the expression so we can really get the full capacity of this app happening. And you'll see there's a finger expression button here. I turn that on, and now when I hold down, let's go give you a split screen, some split screen action here. Yeah, boy. Let me move my vape. Ooh, sorry about that. So look, many of you may not even have known that Geoshred has all these capabilities for MIDI out. I mean, you can MIDI out even into GarageBand. There's even a setting that MIDI outs into GarageBand. Can you believe it? Right, so now that I've turned on this finger expression up here, now when I hold down a note, I'm controlling the expression there. I can go side to side. If I tap from bottom up, plus up the top here you've got this expression section, so it's set to flutter tongue at the moment. So I can hold down a key, take it up in the top right hand corner and get that flutter happening as well. Plus there's just basic expression in here. I can change the modulation. Or you can just change your modulation with going side to side. Pretty impressive, yeah? So they have really planned this and really thought it out and tried to make this as easy as possible to be able to, use these within Geoshred. And what's good about this? Hey, not all of us have a controller, have the Touche controller to be able to use all these expressions. So if you've got Geoshred, and even if you just purchased the Geoshred Play and you didn't buy all of the presets and just want a couple of these instruments, it's going to save you a little bit of money. So, and as I said, you can actually record this into GarageBand as well. You can, so the sky is the limit pretty much. Hey, Daryl, I see you again. You haven't sent me an email for your prize last morning. So I have to admit, really, really cool. And yeah, sick too, Scott. So you can actually use a Geoshred with things like GarageBand. You can actually, oh my God, it's really cool. Geoshred is really amazing. You know, it's so much more than just the amazing layout. There's so many options in here, as you can see. Where are we? So as you can see here, look at MIDI out controlled Animoog, GarageBand. I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff here. Even Jordan's other apps like Jordantron, Sample Wiz. I mean, they've included a damn lot of stuff here. MIDI out to iSymphonic. I haven't even looked at that. There's a video in that coming as well, folks. Imagine using this with all of the iSymphonic instruments. Are you going crazy, man? Oh my God, that's a spicy meatball. Holy shit. Kill me. I've just ripped off Chandler's Wildlife. Really beautiful. I think these sounds are amazing. And like I said, they come in under 30 megabytes. They're not gigabytes, 30 megabytes. And we all know how precious space is on our iPads. What's going on, Dean? Yeah. Would the MIDI out include the expression control info as well? So with the expression control, you can set that all up individually, like in... as I just showed briefly with the actual app with the SWAM instrument. So if you've got a controller, see, look, I'm still able to use the controller and Geoshred. How cool is this? Sweet, yeah? Sexy times. I didn't get the email, man. It's Jade at dreadcircus.com. Maybe I put it wrong. I'll tell you what you do, Daryl. Go to the actual iOptagon video I did, and I left a comment to you there. So, yeah. And we've got finger expression off here at the moment. So you can see when the finger expression is off, it's just a solid note. You lose all that expression, but with it on, you can see there, yeah, total control. You can hear how that breath brings it right down and just keeping it so low, and then I think it's really cool. But there's another way to do it too. So this is in standalone mode, right? So you can actually do this in AUM. So you can use it as an AUv3. And I'm going to show you how to do that as Well, let me see if I've missed anything. I'm going to have to watch those steps again. Still don't have any SWAM trumpet sound from Geoshred. Right, so if you're coming across this column, right, I did forget a step here. So if you want to click on, in Geoshred, MIDI, all right, let's go full screen so we can see. If you're not getting any sound, this is how I got it happening, because I came across the same thing. So let's go full screen. And you want to click on that little MIDI image there, and just click on MIDI out, because mine was set to in, and see, I was getting no sound here. Click MIDI out. I actually forgot that step, and it was the one that was giving me all the trouble when I was trying to actually learn how to do this. So, you know, I sat here for a good few hours going, there's got to be a way, man. There's going to be a way. But there you go. So that was in settings, MIDI. It brings up this section here. And there you go. So MIDI out. And that should fix you up and get... Cool, but how do we do it in AUM and open it up as a AUv3 and then be able to add on top other effects like black hole and all that kind of stuff? Because, you know, like we say on this show, if you just add
Black hole,
everything becomes better. All right, so I'm going to shut these down. There we go. So, now, I may stuff this up because I think I have to change a setting, but again, I'm still learning like all of you, and I dug deep to try and see how I learn to do this, because here's the deal. I don't have a touche expression pedal, and my little Arturia 37, Keystep 37, as amazing as it is and how much I love it, you know, it doesn't have the capabilities of a full expression pedal. So I've had to assign the flutter to the knobs up the top, if I show you here, which I'm going to go into another show. So I can assign it to the knobs up the top and assign the expression to my foot pedal. So you can get around it. But for those of you who don't have a MIDI keyboard and you've got Geoshred, this is the way to use your expression. So let's try it in AUM. I did close these out in the background, I think. Yep, all good. So we're going to open up AUM. Boom, we'll go full screen. We're going to open up Geoshred first. So up the top here, we're going to open up an audio unit extension and choose Geoshred. So that's done. Now we're going to actually open up a second track, and in here we're going to add another audio unit extension and look for SWAM Trumpet. There you are. Now, like you would normally do if you were adding a keyboard to your trumpet, so you select here, instead of choosing my keyboard, I'm going to choose Geoshred so it can run the SWAM trumpet. So there you go. That's pretty much it. So now when I open Geoshred and go full screen, that's it. There you go. Let's just flick that there. But now what have I done wrong here? Because I think I've done something wrong, because I've lost my expression. See, this is R, and it could be, I reckon it's this, yeah. So let's start again, and it's always a learning curve. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to go back into the trumpet app. You ready? Open it back up. And I'm going to go back up here into the settings. Oh no, that's what I did wrong. See? Me so stupid! You get to see all the mistakes live here of me trying to remember how to do this. So let's do it again. Hey, you get to see me set it up again twice. So we go into here, Geoshred. Let's do it again. Now let's bring in, and because there was a step I missed. Man, I'm hopeless. This is the problem of doing a show first thing in the morning. You go to bed knowing everything. You wake up in the morning going, I have no idea. So again, we're going to select Geoshred here. Now, then we have to go into the trumpet within AUM, select MIDI, presets, and we have to once again make sure we select Seaboard Default. So it links up with the expression in Geoshred. Now, if I turn on finger expression. Okay, so it's another step you always have to remember. Do as I say, not as I do. So now you've got all that expression back, yeah? And then you can go in here and add any effect you like. So let's do what we say, black hole. Let's add it. Look how excited I get adding black hole to everything. Did I add it? Where is it? I don't know. Why is there no sound? What's going on? Oh, I think I've got to add it. Do I have to add it there? Or do I add it over here? I'm just going to add it to both. So I haven't tried this. Man, it was a big weekend for me. Let's, there we go. So you add it to the actual SWAM instrument. That's the way you do it, to actually get it to come through, because we're using, that's right, we're using Geoshred as a controller. Yeah? Yeah, dum-dum. Oh, no, dum. Thanks, Thomas Gillane. You're a bit late, man. You could have been early and saved me the embarrassment. Yeah, boy. Oh, we've got a bum note. Man, how did that happen? I think it's because I was trying to use my keyboard at the same time. And I've got it set to chords. That sucks. All right, so there you go. That is how you do that. And I'm going to shut this down because today is another short show. I'm not going the full hour. But as you can see, super easy to set that up. Yeah, Geoshred does do that sometimes. It holds on to a note. And, you know, my keyboard does that sometimes. Maybe I sit here and press too hard. I press too hard on everything. But super, super cool. So using Geoshred opens up a lot of possibilities with this app. I think that's really, really cool. So as I said, what are we going to do? Tomorrow's show, we are looking at, I think we're doing the second episode of my vocal show. So we are every Monday for you guys living in the past. The way it's going to run is we will be doing a behind the song episode, and then the following week a vocal episode, and then the following week we will be doing a health and mental health and well-being show. So every Monday there's a different show happening. So that's really cool. We have and then on Tuesday for you guys, I'll be looking at the first pack of the SWAM Brass, which will probably be the trumpet pack. And remember, each of these episodes, there is a giveaway of 2 of one. Whoever wins, your choice of one of these apps. What else have we got coming up this week? We have an interview this week with a really cool metal artist by the name of Hetriani. He will be coming on the show this week at the end of the week, so stick by because you are going to hear some really, really cool music by, in my opinion, one of the coolest undiscovered metal artists on YouTube at the moment, Hetriani. So he will be our interview this week. That's going to be super cool. There'll be another app in there somewhere in between the shows. So it'll be looking at the SWAM instruments. There'll be another, I won't tell you which app we'll be looking at yet, because I don't know, because that's how organized I really am. What have I got here? Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. Cool. So have I done a stream on Thumb Jam? I do believe I have. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure I have. Let's see. If I do a search for my own video, Jade Starr Thumb Jam, maybe? Yes, I have. Thumb Jam Instruments Library. So yes, I have. I can't remember. Look, it was a part of the first season, so it was way back in probably June or July last year. So back when I used to pretend that the show went for 20 minutes, but it always went for 40 minutes. Nothing's changed, folks. We're still doing these super long shows. So yes, there is a Thumb Jam episode. Yeah, there you go. I hope that has opened your eyes for what's coming when we take a look at the rest of these instruments. And remember, look at them all. There's 15 of these apps. So you can use them all with Geoshred. Super, super cool. Super, super, super cool. Plus you can use them as a standalone. Plus you can use them as an AUv3 in GarageBand. So we'll cover all that in the other shows. You can use them in Cubasis as an AUv3. Anything you like. They are beautiful. They take hardly any space, any background, because they're only 28 megabytes. Yeah, they're small as hell. Sure, the cost is a little high, but high quality, man. You get for what you pay for. That is the truth in many respects. Alrighty, we are good to go. I can hear in the distance Fernando. Can you hear Fernando? I can hear Fernando. Listen. Well, it's not Fernando. It's close. It's not close at all. It sounds evil. All right, everybody. Have a great day. I'm not sure if Joey's doing a show. If he is, pop over to Joey Helpish. Search him, Joey Helpish. I'm not sure if he is or not. Normally he does a jam. And I will see you tomorrow for a vocal lesson. Kinda, sorta. 15 minutes, folks. Joey playing in 15 minutes on How to Song. Let's go out and sing along to this song for a bit of fun.
Using Geoshred to control your SWAM Brass. Oh yeah, gotta make it feel like it's coming back. Do it now. Time to make yourself get it out the ground. Make mistakes. Mistakes make you better.